Wow, ladies and gentlemen, a real privilege to be here at a USB showcase. If you've seen me before at your conference talking about the challenge of change, you'll know why I'm here today. Because many organizations say to me, find us a way forward, Michael, that we can make sense out of the weather patterns. Show us how we can move towards blue skies rather than the gray, stormy conditions that we seem to be traveling under already. I see organizations all over the world struggling to plot their way forward, moving forward through uncertain weather conditions, driving into an event horizon that seems a little bit out of the ordinary. I see an awful lot of people struggling through unfamiliar territory, thinking that things look entirely different. We didn't quite see it in the light in which we always thought it would happen. Maybe you found yourself involved in a journey like this, taking stuff for granted, saying to yourself that you cannot see the wood for the trees in relation to what's going on inside your business every single day. Isn't that partly the reason, perhaps, that you're having the conference in the first place? To try and guide the troops forward, to give them a plot, a map, a GPS, if you will, that shows them literally that they do not need to get bogged down in the day-to-day mundane. And yet we find ourselves saying that time after time. Don't worry, the whole world says we're confused, distracted. The tough economic conditions, the recessionary times, we're getting bogged down and we can't seem to plot a clearer chart to move forward. The whole damn world is looking for a new horizon, for looking for new development, for new things, for better market share, for increased profitability. Everywhere I travel around the conference circuit, I see it. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. What I intend to show you at your next conference with my new materials called The Road Ahead is that there is indeed light at the end of the tunnel as long as we apply ourselves to the journey. I'll be talking about some new signs and new directions that we've seen, that we need to simplify our lives because we've made them overtly complicated. I'll be talking about the fact that we need to smarten up every single detail of what it is that we do because the devil in your future success lies within that detail. I'm going to be showing your audiences how they need to specialize and improve themselves and step up their skills and monitor in terms of what it is that they need to do. These three things, ladies and gentlemen, with a rule set behind them, will transform your business from within a 45-minute keynote and other things that can come behind it. To simplify, to make life a little bit easier, to plan properly, to facilitate. It's a step-by-step process, and they're as simple as road signs. When it comes to smartening up, making our appearance better, it's not just the way we dress in terms of the way we talk, although we've heard some speakers mention that this morning. I'm talking about using common sense to achieve more, to do better, and giving out a set of tips, a handheld GPS set of guidance coordinates that your audiences will learn and listen from and be able to take back to their places of work. To specialize more and do better in terms of what it is that they do with their own particular skills. Not try and be all things to all people, just to literally confine themselves to providing the very best products, goods, or services that you perhaps produce within your organization. Those three simple rules and the sets of guidance steps behind them will take your conference into a way where your company will be able to paint its own future. And like the so-called new highways without the e-tolls, the road will be smoother and clearer for doing so. It's a journey that we all need to undertake together. The future is hard to predict, but it's fairly easy to manage if you know the direction you're going in. The road ahead is a natural follow-on to my keynote presentation, The Challenge of Change. If you've seen me before at your conference, bring me back for your next one. I'll be delighted to uplift the people in the audience. I'm Michael Jackson. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you very much indeed.